Hello everybody. I'm glad you're watching this video. If you're watching it, I'll try to make it as short as possible, but this is just kind of a recap of our meeting yesterday with all the MCs, and those of you that made it, I appreciate you being there, and those of you that were not able to be there, that's okay. I may have messed up and not got an email to you or didn't communicate with you like I should have, and I apologize for that. But just as a recap, I've attached this Word doc on it, and it just kind of has a history of how Kids to Praise got here. And then it has a list of our scheduling, and then a little bit of information about the technology, which unfortunately is not enough to do everything, but it's enough to let you know if something were to happen with computers as far as logging back in and so forth. And then on the back is a list of everybody that's an MC, their emails, and their cell phone numbers. And this has been updated with the right numbers of those that were at the meeting. So if you were not at the meeting and these numbers are not correct, let us know and we'll make a change on that list. And the reason why I gave this is because we'll start backwards and go forwards. When you're not able to be here for your turn for your week, we really would encourage you to find your own sub. So with this list, find somebody else on this list that can switch with you, cover with you. It says over here which one and which group they're in. Start off obviously with somebody that's already working in either Power Praise, I Praise, or Kids to Praise, depending on which one you're in, just because they already know exactly how to do it. But we trained everybody and kind of talked about it and gave some resources for everybody to be able to do any of them. So try your group first, but then if not, ask anybody. And then if ultimately you just can't get anybody to do it, then let me know and we'll figure out what we can do. Also to let you know on the bottom, it tells you we're missing a Power Praise leader, a permanent second week Power Praise. Brett Bowman was our man, and he moved to Dallas to work for Amazon. And so we're excited for him because it's a great job opportunity for him, but we miss him and his leadership in that. So we're having to scramble to get that spot filled. So if you know somebody that you think would be great for that, let me know, and we'll get in contact with them and ask them about that. And they don't necessarily have to be the best singer in the world. They don't have to be the most amazing drama guy or any of that. It's amazing what God can do with any of us, because trust me, my singing skills are not the greatest. That's why we play videos with better singers, and I just kind of sing along with it. So real quickly on the history, Kids to Praise started in 1999 when we were having worship in the gym back in the olden days. And we started with exactly the same room Kids to Praise is in now, only it was very different. It was a classroom that the preschool used and had all their supplies in, and we were kind of sharing it. We had one little section that was a puppet stage that one of our members built, and we had a big widescreen rear projection TV with a VCR that we played a Kids to Praise logo loop on it, and then we had some videos that we played with someone reading a book. And we had puppets, and we had 50 to 60 kids in there, and it was awesome. But it was great in that we got a first start in that. So in 2010, we kind of had grown out of we actually had moved back over to the gym and had it in the gym because we got too big. But the gym was too large a space and it was too hard to manage the kids, so we wanted a more permanent place, so we rebuilt the Kids to Praise room to make it a theater format to where it was easier for the kids to sit and participate. And so we moved Kids to Praise back to that room, and then it exploded. We got really big and we needed to figure out what we were going to do. So we added Power Praise upstairs and moved our first to third grade upstairs, because we had Kids to Praise actually from 2s to third grade, and there was 120 kids in that same room you're looking at, and it was very, very packed. So we had, even in 2 groups it was really full. So we moved that upstairs, and then the following year we added I Praise, so we'd have children's worship all the way up through 5th grade, and it's really worked out well. Obviously a lot of kids don't come to children's worship. They either go with their parents, which is wonderful, or they just come for one service, and they may only come for second service, so they're here for Bible class. But we do have a lot of kids that actually just come to children's worship and then leave. So it's a really a neat place for them to participate and be a part of that, and you guys all make that a special moment. We have switched to a new curriculum for downstairs we were using Little K, and we've had a few of our leaders say they're ready for a change, and we've also we have Little K fatigue for our kids, so it's always good to change it up. So we're switching over to a curriculum called Dojo. It's from Elevate Junior. This is kind of what the logo looks like, and it's very similar to Little K. It's just done by a different company, and they're from a church in Dallas, and it's a little bit shorter. So instead of having to worry about cutting out parts with Little K, you actually just play the video. It's 15 minutes long, maybe 15 to 20. So you play, you do your first part where you pick your songs. If you have any skits or drama you want to do, communion and offering, and then when that's over, you put the video in. You know it's 15 to 20 minutes long, and you're done. And that's great, because then you don't have to worry about pausing and starting it. You just hit start, it goes, it finishes, and then you release the kids. So it's a real easy way to know your length of time. You also will be getting a sheet like this. It'll actually have all the pages in it, and there'll be some dots over on this side that will tell you what your portion and what's a portion of your small groups, and it'll have a little key on the top to tell you which is which, and that's great because that allows you to know exactly what's expected of you. And even though it's video, it gives you prompts in the video, and it actually gives you the words verbatim in the video, so it's really a great way for you to know. So you kind of see this is the video portion, and it tells you when you interact and when you say stuff all the way through the video. So you actually have the text of the video and then the portions that go with it. So that's what we're doing in Kids to Praise, Power Praise, and I Praise. We just started a new series called In the Depths, and we're going to be emailing you this each week as an MC, and this gives you an outline of everything we're doing. And we have a lot of small group activities, even though we only are doing 2, but it also will give you your prompts, so you'll know what's happening in the video and what you can say. We've been kind of letting you kind of do your own thing, which you still can, but now you actually have prompts and things you can say to help you with the discussion. So you're going to get that in your email each week for you guys. And then finally what we gave you is we gave everybody, and we have copies of a songbook. Now the old songbook had just the traditional kids VBS Church of Christ a cappella songs, which are great. And some of you sing these downstairs. However, upstairs we only do the video songs and the worship songs that are a little more age appropriate. So we've added all those. So now we have Mighty to Save, Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord. All the words are in here, so you can learn and work on those songs. I would encourage you, if you're in Kids to Praise, to use a couple of those, especially with the kindergarten, because they're going to be singing them in less than a year anyways. Open the Eyes of My Heart, Lord is one that I've led in Kids to Praise for 5 years, and all the kids sing it. It's amazing. It's kind of cool to see 3- and 4-year-olds worshiping with praise songs and kind of belting it out. It's kind of gives you goosebumps. But we also have added the songs for Little Party Praise, the videos, which are like the Father Abraham videos, the Little Light of Mine, the Bath song. All those songs are in here as well, so you can learn those. And then we've also got 2 smaller songbooks with each of those groups in there, which we have for you. And so we want you to be able to learn those, so that way you have the choice of either playing the videos, or you have the choice of doing a PowerPoint with the a cappella songs. And we want to make sure that all the songs are on the video, on the TV screens, for a couple reasons. One, we want to do that so that there is something for the kids to see and interact with. Even the PowerPoint songs have very neat graphics, so that they feel like they're kind of more engaged with the song. The video ones, obviously, they're going to be watching and singing along with, and even though maybe some of them obviously can't read, it's still great for them to see that and participate in that and be a part of that. And then secondly, it's good for the adults. The adults may not all know the words, so it's a great way for them to help know the words, so that they can then in turn prompt the kids and help the kids along with singing. So we want to encourage that. And that's why we wanted to give you these songbooks, so you would feel comfortable with any of the songs, so you wouldn't have to worry about not knowing a song and not wanting to play it. Something else we've added is there's now an app on the iPhone and the iPad and Android that allows you to control the computer from wherever you are for the songs. So what that lets you be able to do, and Jeffrey kind of got to try it yesterday, whether or not he was able to get to use it or not, but it's there for your choice. We have an iPad and my phone, and if you want to download the app, it's like $3. I'll gladly reimburse you. It connects to the computer, and it looks just like what's on the screen. So you scroll with your thumb, and then you're able to punch whatever song you want to punch, or video, or the races, and you're not having to keep going back and forth to the computer. Ultimately, what we want to have happen is, especially in Kids Praise, we want to have the whole media console a little simpler, because right now it's really confusing with the plugging in the HDMI and switching back and forth. It's really the challenge. So we're working on that. That's not going to happen in the next few weeks, but so we're still going to have to kind of go back and forth between the DVD player and the computer, but still it's pretty important to know that that's going to change for the better, so that it'll be, you just stand up front and you can control everything. We used to have guys that would come in and run the AV for you. In fact, I think Jeffrey's boys do it for him, which is great. And so if your sons want to help you, that's a great way they can help, going back and forth through the songs. And they can learn that software. It's super easy. But if not, we still have the app. We want you to be able to use that. It's great. You can just punch right through them, and it just makes it a much more smooth interaction with the kids, so there's not these pausing, going back and forth to the song. There's something always going, so they're always engaged. So we want to encourage you to take advantage of that, and I'll be there to help you with that. So that's exciting. Our schedule, this is on here. You guys kind of know the schedule, but it's just written down on this app, so I'm not going to go over it in great detail, but just so you know, if you're familiar, the 3s and 4s go to big group time first with you guys, and then you have them for 30 to 35 minutes, and then you send them back. Then you have the kindergarten for 30 to 35 minutes, and then you send them back, and by the time they get back, their Bible class teachers are in there for second service. The information on the computers are here, the Kids to Praise, Power Praise, and I Praise, logins and everything in case something shuts down or you have to reboot. Those are there, so we wanted you to know about that. And of course, again, on the back is the list of the contacts. The final thing is we're going to be sending you an email this week with you and your entire group, and we'll write a short blurb that says, hey, we want to connect you all with your MCs so they can encourage you and get you ready for up and coming Sunday. We're still going to send out our emails each week to tell them that they're up and give them the curriculum that they can look over for small group. But we want to also encourage you as MCs to contact your group every single time you're up, to encourage them, to tell them what you're planning on doing, to get them excited and prayerful about the worship time. What's going to happen is this is going to get them excited, which in turn will get the kids excited. And then they'll want to be a part of it, and they'll be prepared, and they won't feel like this last minute scrambling. They know exactly what's coming up. So the more that you can share with them in your email, the better it's going to be for all of you to be prepared. You may be able to tap one on the shoulder to come up and help do a skit, or to help with singing, or all kinds of areas, or even do puppets or something like that with your time that you have before the video starts. Ultimately, that would be our end game, is to not have to do the videos and have enough MCs and help to where we can do it ourselves and in-house, or we want to do maybe a little portion of video and have all the components of that we can have at our disposal. So you'll get an email with your group. So then all you have to do is, from that point on, is save that email and reply to all, and then you'll be able to comment and send to everybody in your group and let them know what's going to happen for your week. Also, if you'll, what we wanted to let you know is we have 10 MCs right now, and we really want to get 16. We want everybody in Kids to Praise to have 2 MCs. We'd love it if every group had 2 MCs each week. It's incredible when you interact with each other and the kids. It's a great way to do team competitions, and one side and the other side work with each other to help with singing, with other activities, with games and so forth. This is a great way to engage the kids that way. And it's also a better way to do skits. It's much easier to have a second person do a skit with, or a short, or puppets, when you have someone else helping you lead. So that's happening. Then finally, we want to tell you that we have 18 to 22 servants each week, and we really want to have 24 to 28. So if you'll notice all of your lists, there's lots of slots and holes. This is Power Praise and I Praise list. We need to fill these all up, because what happens with a fully staffed program is small group time is much better, much richer, because you're not there by yourself. You're able to have other adult helpers engaged. But also it's great for big group time when you all are sitting amongst the kids worshiping with them. This is your time to worship, and so you not only get to worship with God, but you also get to model it for the kids, and you get to do that. So it's great when we have more folks. So we want to encourage you, if you know people that have kids in Kids to Praise or Power Praise or I Praise, that maybe have just moved here, maybe they're not engaged in it because of some other reasons. We want you to encourage them to be a part of it. We have most of our kids' parents are already participating, even though sometimes it feels like that's not the case, but it really is. But we want to, over 4 weeks, that's 125 volunteers. So that's 125 parents of about 150 kids that participate. So that's, in reality, that's really a good ratio. Anyhow, so I think that's all I'm going to do on the video, because it's already like 15 minutes long and you barrel through this, and I appreciate it. So please read through this. Make sure you put all these contacts in your phone and on your email on your computer so that you can contact them. Look for the group emails that we're going to send you this week, and we hope that this is going to be a new beginning of a great children's worship program at Westover. So take care, and we'll see you all later.